So I want to tell a story that happened to me way back in 1992-ish at RAF Base Fairburn, where this sabre nearly decapitated me. But when I say nearly, I'm sure I was safe. I don't really know, but here's the story. I was stationed at RAF Base Richmond at the time when the crew that were looking after this aircraft came to us and asked if they could provide a photographer to take a head-on shot of the Sabre as it was flying directly at them. Initially they wanted to get this done from the back of a C-130, but they couldn't get a Herc to act as an airframe at that time, so they came to us to see if we were willing. Naturally, I was. All of the images that you're seeing in this YouTube video are actually my photos, but shot many years after this event actually took place. But back to the story. Anyway, it turns out I was standing in the middle of the airfield at RAF Base Richmond between the runway and the taxiway. There were a few carry-on people around us that came out to witness the event unfold, and eventually there was about 10 to 12 people standing around me. We had somebody in a vehicle come up to us and tell us that we couldn't be there, and somebody quipped that they were being herded around me so that the pilot, when he made his run, could spot me easily and knew where to aim for. The guy, who I'm assuming was some sort of safety officer, sort of accepted that as fact and let them stay. Now, anyway, the first run started off at well, it was to our side. We were just testing to see how the height was for the photo. He was a little bit high for my liking, so I called him in a little bit lower. The second run he came in, this time he was aiming for me. I was shooting on a Nikon FM2, which only had 2.5 frames per second. Sounds a lot of frames, but when you got the Sabre coming at you at a couple of hundred, well, I don't know, maybe 150, 160 knots, I really don't know what the speed was, but it was coming in pretty quickly. The issue is that you think you've got enough frames, you probably get 2 frames, of which one of them is probably optimum. And if you don't pick that one frame, that Sabre was either too far away or too close and it had gone past you. So we did a couple of runs. The first 2 runs, I still thought he was too high. I wasn't getting the angle that I was hoping for, so I kept telling him he had to come in lower. And turns out, many years after, I bumped into the actual pilot, which was actually Phil Frawley, Australia's oldest RAAF fighter pilot at one stage, probably the one in the world. I think there's a Guinness record for that for him. But we met him at a pub in Temora one afternoon after one of the airshow displays there, and I was chatting to him, and he was saying, no, that was me. And he was saying how I kept saying he was too high, so he said he started the last run in at 10 feet at the threshold of the runway, and he climbed to 15 feet as he went over the top of us. Now, I'm looking through a camera lens. I can't see what everybody else is seeing. My whole perspective of the visual experience is different. So all I'm focusing on is getting this damn Sabre at the right time to get the best shot. As he's gone over, I heard all this whoa from everybody behind me. I've looked down, they are all lying flat on the ground. And I'm sitting down there thinking, what the hell are you guys doing? But give me a medal, because they all thought, oh, what a hero. I was standing there still, and I didn't even duck. To be honest, I never saw what they saw. My perspective of it all was much different to theirs. Anyway, that's my story. I don't know how much it missed me by. Phil says he flew over at 15 feet. I'm 6 foot, so yeah, 5 foot over the top of my head. Who knows? It was obviously low, because absolutely everybody was flat on the ground. Anyway, I hope you like that story. I've got a ton of these things that I'll be sharing from time to time. So if you did experience some sort of enjoyment out of this and want to hear more in the future, subscribe if you like. But if you did like the story, just give it a like. Thanks.